Good morning, good evening, bonjour, bonsoir à tous, et bienvenue. Welcome to this week's Wada Forum. We're so excited to have you all with us here today. Today's forum will be focusing on a few light updates and then diving a bit more deliberately into our governance corner. We'll have some updates from the WADA DREP, and then we'll break out into a non-recorded session of Constitutional Corner, where we're going to have an open space for all the delegates to connect, and we have a presentation as well to go over with you all. So without further ado, let's get going. Here is a list of our places to find some more information on Intersect, Cardano Foundation, and SingularityNet. We give you some high-level updates each week, but for people who are new, these are some good resources to get some more in-depth knowledge. All right, so here is our statement of purpose, and I always like to call on people from the audience for this. We have the English and the French, so let's see who we have with us today. I see Afia is here. Afia, can you do our English one? And let me see who is a French speaker here. I think I see Mermos. Mermos, I'll call on you for the French one. Welcome, Afia.
Yes.
Yeah, will you read our statement of purpose in English today?
Well, okay. A few minutes. Okay. Statement of purpose. Our mission is to alleviate underrepresented groups through the application of technology and investment in a more equitable future.
Thank you, Madame Afia. Mermos.
Promouvoir les groupes sous-représentés grâce à l'application de la technologie et investir dans un avenir plus équitable.
Merci beaucoup, Mermos. Pendant que nous sommes avec notre audience francophone, je voulais souligner le fait que nous nous engageons à rendre cet espace accessible aux francophones comme anglophones. Par contre, on a vu que notre formule de traduire tout pendant la session n'est pas amusant pour tout le monde. Alors, cette session-ci, nous allons faire uniquement en anglais et je vais rester un peu à la fin. S'il y a un besoin, on va ouvrir une salle breakout pour les francophones, pour des questions, etc. Ceci dit, si vous avez des questions pendant la séance, vous pouvez les poser en français ou vous pouvez écrire dans le chat en français si vous voulez et on va pouvoir accommoder vos questions. All right, so I was just mentioning in French, but we have been trying to make this space accessible to both our English and French-speaking audiences. We're going to try something new today, though, because in the past, what we've been doing is sort of translating everything as we go, which I think becomes a little bit tedious for those who don't speak both languages. So we're going to try something different today. We're going to keep the session in English. And then I will stick around at the end, and everyone is welcome to at the end. If there is a need, we'll open a French breakout room for people to ask more questions. So that's our plan for today. All right, next slide. All right, here's where I'm going to call up Edufwa to give a quick recap from last week.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Edufwa.
Thanks. Just a high-level summary of what we discussed last week. So for Catalyst Fund 13 updates, last week we said that the community review period was underway, although there were a few technical difficulties with the Idea Scale platform. So the review period has been extended to November 10th. For Intersect MBO updates, last week we had Mercy on the call, who was elected to the budget committee. So last week she expressed her gratitude. And we had the Goma Intersect Hub last week present on the lunch they had some months ago. They said that they had over 14 paid individual members now. And it was noted that the $1,000 enterprise membership fee was considered high by their hub, while the $10 individual membership was deemed reasonable. For Cardano Summit 2024, last week again, we had Mercy and Daniel from the Catalyst Africa Town Hall team. They attended the Cardano Summit in Dubai and they shared their experiences. They were involved in a masterclass that was focused on bringing the Cardano Summit 2025 to Africa. The community expressed their preference for centralized summit rather than the decentralized regional event. And Daniel encouraged us on the call last week to read the feasibility study on hosting the summit in Africa. I will put the link in the chat so we can all have a look at it after the call. For Wada DREP updates, last week Nana Safu gave us some updates on Wada DREP's current status. Our voting power was at 20.7 KA. That was at last week. We are encouraging members to delegate to the Wada DREP to increase our voting power. And then there'll be an onboarding notice that will be released soon for those interested in joining the Wada DREP team. Thank you. Megan.
Thank you so much, Adufua. Some exciting stuff. And we've got some new people today, so I hope that quick recap was helpful. Next, we go into a general update from some of our different communities. So in particular, we talk about Catalyst, Intersect, and SingularityNet. Next slide, please. Perfect. All right. So here, first, I think I'm going to call Samuel up to give us any updates on Catalyst.
Hello, Megan. Am I coming through?
Loud and clear.
Yes. Hello, everyone. With Catalyst, like Dufwa just said, the only thing that concerns us at the moment is the ongoing of the community reviews. So we are encouraging everybody to go and review these projects, be as clear as possible. And by 10th of this month, that is when the window will close. So that's just a little information we can share now. Thank you.
Okay, you were coming in loud and clear at the beginning, but we're a little bit unclear at the end. So if anyone has questions on that, feel free to type in the chat or raise your hand. But kind of same old, we're in a bit of a quiet period for Fund 13, unless you're a community reviewer. But we do encourage you all to promote your proposals, you know, in anticipation of voting that will be coming up later. On the SingularityNet side, I shared last week a hackathon that will be going on. I encourage you all to check it out. This one, the deadline to register, I believe, is November 11th. So this is a hackathon around one of Photrek's risk assessment services. So I encourage people who might find that interesting to get involved. There's about $10,000 in AGIX available in prize money. So follow that. There's the tweet about it. The registration link I will also post in the chat. Registration now until November 11th, which is next Monday. So I think next Monday. Let's double check. Yeah, next Monday. So I encourage you all to register for that. As for Intersect updates, we have another link to share with you all today for Intersect. There's a form that they're wanting filled out, sort of a feedback on feedback form. I will post that here as well. Okay. So that's really high level updates from our community. We wanted to spend more of our time today in the second half. So I'll pass now the baton over to Nana Safu, where we get to hear more about the WADA DREP. Nana Safu, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Am I loud and clear?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right, awesome. Well, so I'm glad to be here once again to share with you a brief update on the WADA DREP progress. So yeah, without wasting much time, let's just dive straight into it. Next slide, please. As we always say, with WADA DREP, one of our main objectives is to ensure that our community is engaged at every step in terms of governance process. So we have dedicated this particular corner to having the chance to engage with our community so that they are aware of what is happening with the Wada DREP in terms of progress. And today I'm glad to share that as of last week we had, as of last epoch, we had about 20.8K delegation. And I'm happy to announce that by the end of epoch 520, our delegation has now soared to 228K, which is a massive boost. And it's exciting news. Also, I want to also share that successfully we have submitted our vote on the governance action, which is the one that is titled "Should K be increased?" We have submitted our vote on that, and then so that is pretty much the update for the Wada DREP. With regards to the onboarding of individuals who are interested in becoming a part of the Wada DREP team, it is still something that we are working on. We have a few things to conclude before we will lay out the notice. So if you have not yet seen the notice, that is perhaps the reason why you have not seen it yet. We're still working around things to ensure that we're able to accommodate as much as possible. So yeah, please do be in the lookout for it. Once everything is sorted, we will surely release a notice so that you can also become a part of the Wada DREP team to also get a chance to contribute to Cardano governance at large. And once again, I want to urge you all, if you have not yet delegated, if you look in the chat, I've posted more like a blog post in there where you have access to the Wada DREP ID and also a link to YouTube, which would actually guide you a tutorial on how you can use your Rare wallet to, delegate your stake to the Wada DREP pool. So please do follow it and then successfully delegate your stake to the Wada DREP pool. There are some misconceptions that I've also taken time to provide answers to as well. And they're all in the chat. So if you get a chance, please do well to read through and then let us grow the Wada DREP as one. I can see that somebody says he has a question. I don't know, Megan.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So you
Feel
say
free
my
to talk.
question.
Sure,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
All right. So I already texted my question in the group.
No.
So the
In a
question.
chat, so
Can you say it if you don't mind?
yeah, so I'm saying if your UI wallet is 0, how do you delegate? Because they are new onboarding.
Yeah, I understand.
Is there a way
If
to,
you have a zero balance, you cannot delegate.
That's very true.
No, there is no way for you to delegate with a zero balance account. So you have to top up at least 50 ADA to be able to delegate your balance.
Okay, that's fine.
I hope.
But
yeah.
I was hoping maybe incentives could allow me to delegate. Maybe after the meeting.
Incentives as in?
As in like rewards.
Well, as of now, there is no financial reward for you to delegate. But the thing is, at the end of Chan 2, when Chan 2 hard fork is initiated, if you are not delegating your wallet, what happens is that you will not be able to access your staking rewards. So you might be staking to a stake pool, right, and then receiving rewards. But because you're not delegating your wallet to a DREP, you will not be able to access, those rewards as well. So it will be necessary for you to delegate your wallet to a DREP so that you'll be able to access your staking rewards. That is if you want to, access and use it. Of course, you'll be receiving it, but you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, withdraw. Yeah, it's very true. So I quite remember, we had a meeting at the office at East Legon one time. And then after the meeting, those ones that had zero wallets in their UL account, they were given a few incentives so that they could delegate. I think, that was last year. We had a meeting at the East Legon, the office. And then right after the meeting, I remember it was Abena. Yeah, Abena, yeah. She made and then she actually gave us transportation too. Because at that time, I brought people from Legon to register. I actually invite a lot of people to the board. So That's how come. And I lost my account. I don't know if I was hacked or something, but I lost my account. But previously I had over 800 AD. Now it's over 1,000 cry. And my account got hacked. I don't know how come. So I had to, create a new account. And then I've actually onboarded new people as well. So that's how come I'm saying if there will be any incentive, because as of now, if I have to delegate like to my wallet, it means I have to transfer from my wallet again. And
I wish I had Megan. Do you have enough time to probably walking through exactly what is at stake? Can I have like maybe 5 more minutes so that at least I'm able to clear the air
Yeah.
for
I'm gonna. Yeah, this is a good question. So go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, and thanks for the question as well. Okay, so first of all, sorry for your loss. It's quite unfortunate, but so it is what it is. Sorry about that. We do not plan to. We as a DREP, right, as Wada DREP, as of now, we do not plan to incentivize. Individuals to delegate to our pool, right? And I have not. Maybe I'm yet to come across one, but I've not seen any other DREPs in the ecosystem also. Practicing similar action, right? So perhaps with a workshop that you went, maybe it is something that normally we do when workshops are hosted. Of course, we want participants to feel welcome, and then aside the knowledge that they gain from the workshops, that is also some form of a token to show appreciation for their efforts, right? So that is basically why maybe you were giving those tokens. And but for where we are now, we are in the main net, and whilst we are in the main net, this is mostly not. This is not a workshop as well, so we can't afford to be giving out ADA to individuals, maybe newbies, so that they can delegate their wallet to the Wada DREP, right? However, there are other ways you can actually use to attain some ADA if you are a newbie, and particularly among them is participating in the community processes. So for instance, you start off by being a community review, and then if you do your good work, at the end of the day your efforts are rewarded, you get some ADA, and then you're able to delegate your wallet, right? But aside that, you can also, if you have local currency CDs, or if you have some USDT, you can always use it to also buy some ADA from the exchanges, and then probably get it into your wallet, and then be able to delegate to the DREP of your choice, right? So these are a few ways you can actually use to earn or make ADA for yourself. But for now, I would like to state categorically that we are not giving out ADA for people to delegate to the Wada DREP pool. And even the DREP process at large, there is no structure as such to incentivize, those who delegate their wallets to DREPs. The only incentive measure that is in place right now is the fact that if you don't delegate your wallet, you will not be able to withdraw your staking rewards by Chan 2, right? So yeah, this is an interesting question. Maybe perhaps in the future, there's something that we can probably discuss, because I've had a lot of people actually asking me, what do I actually gain to delegate to a DREP? And I always say that the key things that you actually stand to earn as an individual when you delegate your wallet to a DREP is the fact that you will not have to stress yourself about governance proposals that much, because the DREPs are going to do that work for you. And then also you will be entitled, and you have access to your staking rewards, at the end of epochs. So those are the two main things that, and the last one, of course, is the fact that your voice would always be heard, or you get a chance to, narrate your voice through a reputable DREP, such that, you are aware of what is happening in terms of which governance actions are being voted on, and what kind of voting decisions are being made on the governance actions. And also with Wada DREP, another advantage is that once you are delegating to the Wada DREP pool, right, if you have an interest in becoming a part of the Wada DREP team itself, right, which we are still working on, processes to accommodate a few more team members, you will have the chance to also apply to become a part of the Wada DREP team. So these are the the essentials that you can actually earn as an ADA owner when you decide to delegate your stake, your voting stake to, particularly the WADA DREP. I don't know, Megan, I don't know if you have anything you would want to add to it. I guess you're also a DREP, so maybe you have.
Well, I do want us to move on, but I did post a link in the chat of a proposal that I'm working on in Fund 13 that talks a little bit about a possible model that could have more benefit structure and self-sustainability for DREPs. So I encourage you all to look at that, and I will hopefully present on it again at another point. But for today, I wanted to wrap up our main call here. Thanks so much, everyone, for participating in this. Stick around, though. This is just ending the recorded part of our session.